Good morning, Fragrance Nation. How are ya? Today is another informational video for all of you. As you saw in the past, I just did my video for my rating system. Definitely go check it out. My rating system explained as far as what the numbers actually mean in my rating system. So really a good video, especially if you're a new subscriber of mine. Go check it out and see what my numbers actually mean. This one's another informational video, and this one is from a lot of subscribers, not a lot, but some subscribers have asked me why I include these sort of categories in my reviews, and that includes things like recommended age, how many sprays and where, seasons. Now these things are recommendations from me. I know a lot of these things, these categories are really up in the air. As a fragrance head, you know, as far as stuff like genders, male and female, is this a female-based fragrance or a men's fragrance? We try to stay away from those tags and try to be, you know, basically, you know, what your taste is, go for it, right? Even if it's in the women's section. I wear a lot of fragrances in the women's section that are really great on a man, but either way, season, same thing. You know, as reviewers, we like to pinpoint a season for a certain fragrance or age group. As a fragrance head, none of this really, I wouldn't say matters, but it's up to the user, to your nose. Why I add these into my reviews is because, first of all, it's a recommendation. So it's just something that I say, well, this is, you know, if you're in that age group, or this is, you know, if you're kind of new to the fragrance game, it kind of helps you out, and I let you know what my steps are, what I feel about the fragrance. It's obviously not, you know, if I say recommended age 20 and up, does not mean if you're 16 you shouldn't be wearing this fragrance. No, definitely go check it out. If I say a fragrance is mature, it's 25 and up, or 30 and up. If you know that, you know, from my description, it's something that you're interested in, go check it out. It does not mean that. It just means for most of the teenagers out there, you know, something like Muscat Avajad is not something perhaps up your alley. There might be a few people that will love it that are 18 years old, but it's a recommended age. As far as seasons go, again, for seasons, really, I try to pinpoint the best seasons for it. For me, I like wearing, you know, a lot of fragrances are versatile all year round. Most of them are. Seasons, again, it's a recommendation. So why did I add them? Because I was getting, I think it started in 2009, I wasn't adding age and seasons and how many sprays, and I was just getting basically bombarded with questions, you know. Hey Mark, I'm 18, can I wear this? Hey Mark, I'm 29, can I wear this? Well, yeah, all of you can wear it. Well, what seasons is this best for? Or how many sprays do you actually wear for it? So I'm gonna get into these categories and let you guys know more about these categories and why I include them and what my recommendations are and stuff like that. But most of these, of course, these categories are up to you. It's up to your nose. Once you get more familiar in fragrances and stuff like that, you'll be like, oh, okay, I like wearing this then and there, or, you know, this is not really for me and stuff like that. But this is more for the beginner out there, so you can kind of know what I'm doing with this. So let's take a look at my reviews. The first thing I want to tackle is how many sprays and where. How many sprays and where? First and foremost, it's a generalization. Usually my sprays, usually when I'm testing out a fragrance, 3 sprays is that's my benchmark. I try out a fragrance with 3 sprays and then I kind of grasp, okay, maybe I need a little less of this fragrance or a little more. And then from my how many sprays and where, from all the testing I've been doing, I think this is the best for me. You know, I do 1 on the chest, 2 on the neck, and I'm set. For me, that's usually my benchmark. Now for that particular fragrance, I might do that, you know, 60% of the time. You know, if it's a little warmer, it's a little cooler. If I know I'm gonna be indoors or outdoors, then I might wear more or less, depending. And that's where your nose comes into play. But my how many sprays and where is just a benchmark for you to, you know what, this fragrance really hasn't worked for me. Maybe I'll try to do the 5 sprays that Mark does and then work with it. But usually if you're new to the fragrance game and you don't really know how many sprays you should wear, you don't want to wear too much or too little, try the 3 sprays, general rule. I go 1 on the chest, 2 on the neck, and I'm set, and then I try it out and see how it works for me. But that's what how many sprays and wear kind of means out there. Again, trust your own nose, do your own thing. But that's just for beginners, kind of like a benchmark to see what I feel is my usual go-to with that fragrance, to let you guys know about that. That's it. It's not me telling you this is how it's gonna work. No, it's just my benchmark. So how many sprays and wear, that's kind of debunked there. Recommended age, again, the big name, the big word in this one is recommended age. It does not mean, you know, if you're not in that age range that I've mentioned in the video, does not mean you should stray away from that fragrance. Take everything that I gave you in the review and then decide if it's for you. Of course, highly versatile fragrances, easy to wear fragrances, they're gonna have a broader age range for me. Fragrances that have heavy spice, heavy woods, or maybe have a classical appeal to it, they're going to be a little more mature on my age range grasp. And that's really it. It's a recommended age. It does not mean that if you're not in that age range, do not bypass the fragrance, judge it from your own. If the review sounds interesting, the whole review sounds interesting except for that recommended age, you're not in it, check it out. It's just a number. For me, I know which fragrances go in each age group, but it doesn't mean, like, I got some fragrances that I own that should be, you know, typically for teenagers or something like that. No fragrance has an age range, so that's basically what I'm trying to portray here, that the recommended age could be anybody. The reason why I add that to the reviews again is because so many people do ask, would this be for me at this age? Then you kind of know where I'm coming from with that one. I know basically, you know, which age group would really do well with this fragrance. Does not mean not to go for it. So recommended age, that's done. Seasons and best time to wear this fragrance, again, that's more of a recommendation. Again, that's the theme of this video. All these things are recommendations. When I say this fragrance right here is best worn in the summer and the spring, that's the seasons for it. That's what I mean, basically. I mean, it's great for the summer. It's great in the high heat. That's what it's, you know, built for. This is a summer-based fragrance. It's great for summer and spring. You know, if it's raining or if it's hot or if it's humid, it's gonna do the job. Now, it's not gonna do that well in the fall or winter though, because it's colder. But even then, you know, this is a highly versatile fragrance. It can be a signature scent for you. You could wear it at work all year round. Again, it's a recommendation, letting you guys know which season it's appropriate, not appropriate, but geared for. But you can wear it year round. Most fragrances, I would say probably 75 to 85% of fragrances that are on the market today, especially in the designer market, that would be probably more in the high 90s, are very versatile fragrances that you can wear all year round. All fragrances are all year round. It depends on your taste. If it's a signature scent, wear it all the time. It's just a recommendation saying this fragrance is built for that, because the major notes in that fragrance are great in these seasons. You know, there's you know, citruses, or most citruses are uplifting. You know, mint's uplifting. You know, pear and stuff like that. Most of these notes, if they're huge in a fragrance, that means they're great for summer and spring. But then again, it depends on the notes. And the more you know about fragrances, the more you're going to be like, okay, this is great for this type. You know, you know the high notes in the fragrance, you detect the note and you're like, yeah, this is going to be good for summer or something like that. So yeah, it's just a recommendation as far as season. Best time to wear this fragrance, again, that's from my own personal feelings about the fragrance. You know, I got a review right in front of me here. Best time to wear this fragrance, daily during the summer. So this is from my testing. I test fragrances, if you don't know, year round. You know, I wear it in the winter, I wear it indoors, outdoors, I wear it, you know, running, see how it does when I'm sweating. I test fragrances like a madman. I got a little spreadsheet, I got it right in front of me here. This particular fragrance here, I felt like when I was wearing it daily, so not during the night, during the day, during the summertime, it's great. Springtime, it's great. Work. It's work appropriate. It's good for school. That means it probably isn't beast mode as far as projection goes, but it has good longevity because you do want good longevity for work and school appropriate. You can wear it casually, so it's easy to wear, so that means the fragrance is actually really versatile. Outdoor walks, so that means if you're close with somebody, or again, versatile. Outdoor walks, barbecues, again, casually, get-togethers. So this is a type of fragrance that I felt like, hey, you know what, this is a summertime fragrance that I can wear casually. I can wear it indoors. I can wear it to work. I can wear it after work when I'm having a barbecue with people. You know, it did really well during those times. You know, I didn't say it's a nighttime, it's a clubbing fragrance. I wore it during those times, but it really wasn't that great. So that's what the best time to wear this fragrance comes from. It's all from my testing, and I feel like this is the best time to actually wear this fragrance. You get more out of your buck, I would say, and that's just my personal opinion from all my testing for that particular fragrance. It does not mean, you know, if I say, you know, I say all this stuff and you're like, well, what about clubbing? I want to wear this fragrance, you know, I've been wearing this fragrance clubbing all the time. Do it. Just keep doing it. Does not mean it's not good for clubbing. I just felt like for me, it doesn't work that way. And that's, again, going from beginners to people that do know a little more about fragrances, and from your personal knowledge and your nose, you'll know what to wear at what time and stuff like that. So it's just a recommendation, same thing. I think that's it as far as those seasons. Compliment factor, again, that thing is, compliment factor is very, it depends where you're, depends on a lot. Compliment factor is, you know, depends, you're at the right time at the right place. You know, people are comfortable in talking to you. You know, if the rest of your package is good, you might get a compliment on your fragrance. The compliment factor is hard to gauge. I'll be honest with you guys, very hard to gauge. I have some very honest friends, family members, people I talk to about the compliment factor. They tell me, you know, what's going on. I ask them to be perfectly honest with me. You know, compliments are very far and few between. But as far as my compliment factor goes, it's not an end-all be-all for my fragrance reviews. It's something that I just wanted to add into it because it is a part of the process. As far as my overall score, compliment factor doesn't really factor in that much, to be honest. It's not a huge factor for me. If I enjoy the fragrance, I enjoy the fragrance, that's it. If others around me enjoy it on me, yeah, it's great. But, you know, compliment factor is tricky, man. But it's not the end-all be-all for anything like that. And that's about it, guys, as far as those, you know, things like how many sprays you can wear, seasons, compliment factor, recommended age and all that. That is very subjective, I'd say, and take it with a grain of salt from my reviews. I'm just trying to help out some people with some categories, but most of those are very, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You know, recommended age, anybody can wear anything. Seasons, you can wear it anytime you want. I'm just recommending you which seasons would be best. Places to wear it, you know, best time to wear the fragrance. That's just me saying, you know, from my personal experience. And of course the compliment factor. It might not work for me, it might work for you. Depends who you are, what you do, how many times you wear it, where you wear it, how many sprays you wear it, who's talking to you, who's not talking to you about your scent. It all factors in. At the end of the day, as far as those categories in my reviews, I think I've kept them for a reason. I've kept them for I think it leaves less clutter on my channel. People know what I'm thinking about the fragrance as far as age goes, seasons go, and stuff like that. They know what I'm talking about. It's in my review. It's in the bread and butter. They don't have to ask me. Less clutter in the comments section. Is it a huge factor? No. A lot of this stuff is subjective. You know, just take it with a grain of salt. The meat and potatoes in my reviews is what the smell smells like. That's what I want to know. That's most of you want to know about the fragrance. So just wanted to let you guys know what those categories are to me, and they should be to you, very subjective. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, yes, comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. If you have any questions about those sections of my reviews, put them in there. I'll answer your questions. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.